Here we go. Hello, Darlene and everyone. It's so nice to see your name pop up here. Um, Happy to be here. Hello, bonjour. My name is Denise Willerton. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in East St. Paul, Manitoba, Canada. Oof, it's getting warm down here. Um, I keep myself bundled when I'm in my studio because it's a chilly little place. But I want to welcome you here. If you do not have a Stampin' Up demonstrator, I would be so happy to help you with your Stampin' Up needs. If you do have a Stampin' Up demonstrator, that is awesome. Do not leave. We're going to make a stunning card today and a little bonus tote, which I'm super, super excited to show you. I did a little, what do you call it? Like a reel and a YouTube short about that. I hope you caught that, but I'm going to show you how I created that. Let me change the view here. Hello to Darlene and Heather and Debbie and Wendy. And yeah, I don't think I've missed anyone. But thank you for saying hello and chatting with each other. It helps the crazy algorithms and helps to get my name out there. So here are the names of those that shared ahead of time. And hopefully they will also join us. So I have Debbie and Wendy and Dar and Kathy and Cheryl and Donna. So I want to welcome you all here. Just want to chat for like 2 seconds. Tomorrow starts double points. So remember how Stampin' Up is, we've eliminated the host codes. And so that's been an adjustment, but I'm kind of getting in the groove of it. And I think it's going to be, hi, Gail. I think it's going to be a wonderful thing. So for every $25 that you spend, you get a 10% rebate back into, let's call it your account. So it's kind of like, um, what can I liken that to? It's like Canadian Tire points. It's like Starbucks points. Um, who else has a point? Like lots of places have a point system. So for every $25 that you spend in merchandise, you get 10% back. Okay. And they bank that, they keep track of it. You will see that, I believe, on the top right-hand side. You'll see where you've got kind of this little bank account happening. Your points are good for a year. They will let you know if your points are going to expire. And I believe there's actually a date under there. So bank your points and then shop away. The only way that your points will be banked, though, is if you opt in, okay? So there's nothing funky that happens, but when you do, if you haven't already signed up in my online store, uh, or if you have, I'm not sure how that works if you are automatically opt in, but I think you have this option where it says opt in OPT. Please make sure you click that. And you only have to click it once and then you're in, and then your points are automatically calculated. Okay. So starting tomorrow, it's double points. So basically you're getting 20% off of everything, which is great. So that's a super great time to check in on the last chance items. Some items are on sale. So if you've been eyeballing a bundle that you want, grab it. You're going to get 20% off, which is great. Don't forget that I am doing a draw for a brand new, not out of the box, this one's mine, but a brand new, hi Cheryl, a brand new cut and emboss machine mini, okay? So for every $50 that you spend in my store until the end of May, I will enter your name in for the draw. So what a great time to double dip on that before May 3rd. My card and devotion class is May 5th. I have a couple of openings left for that. Let me know if you want in on that. So basically what that is we make a simple-ish card, no fun folds really. And then I read a short devotion and then I just pray for you. I don't put anybody on the spot. Nobody needs to pray unless they want to. My card class, May 6th, 10 a.m. and 6:30 p.m. I still have room in that class and we're making a fabulous fun fold. Oh, And I meant to, oh, you know what? Maybe I do have it. Here is a quick little sneak peek of what we are making on our May 6th class. So that it's just a fun fold. The flap can go this way, or if you desire, the flap can go this way. This butterfly down here is actually, come on, work with me, is actually the closure. Okay, so that's what we're creating on the May 6th class. BYOP is Tuesday night, May 13th. That's where you bring your own project and you work at your own leisure. A lot of my girls who are working on albums bring that and they decorate that. Don't forget about my new paper share if you're interested in that, where you get a little taste of everything. Don't forget about the online exclusives and the kits collection because they are fabulous. Okay, here is the album that we are going to be adding photos to. And I believe I'm going to be doing that. You'll have to stay posted. I'm not sure if I'm going to jump in tonight and do that or sometime Friday morning, which is tomorrow, and do that. Let's get on to why you are here. We are going to make a fan fold card. Okay, so anyone that takes my class, I will send you this template so that you have that on hand. Okay, so we're going to start with a standard A2 card base. Grab all my pieces here. Pardon me, sorry, wow. So this is 8.5 by 5.5, and I scored at 4 1/4. I am going to mark with a pencil so I can erase it. I'm going to mark, so this ruler, this kind of butts up right against, excuse me for 1 minute. Sorry, I just had this tickle in my throat. So this cardstock is going to butt right up against this T, okay? And so I'm going to mark 2.5 on that. And while I have it out, I am going to grab my piece of DSP, and I'm going to do the same thing. So see how it just kind of butts right up against it. And I am going to mark 2.5 on that. Wait till you see how simple and sweet and easy this card is. Cheryl, you're going to be creating this card at my card and devotion class with different DSP. So this is, ouch, a little bit of a sneak peek for you. Okay, let's grab our paper trimmer, which if you have one, please bring it to class on May the 5th because the paper trimmer is invaluable. I'm going to find that little pencil mark and I'm going to put it right in that track. I'm just going to kind of eyeball it, and then I want, well, let's get in the camera here. Okay, so I've got my pencil mark lined up with the track, and I want this little corner kind of lined up right in the track as well. And I'm just eyeballing to make sure that I'm there, and I am. I'm going to bring my cut blade to the top. I don't want to cut where the tip is because I don't want it to kind of fray the edge. You want to start where you've got more of an edge, and I'm just going to simply come down. We're going to take this piece and we're going to hang on to it. Here is our card base, okay? So let's grab this piece of design paper, and same thing. We want our blade up at the top because we don't want to smush that corner. I'm going to put that pencil mark in the track, and I want this corner in the track as well. And I like where I'm at. I'm holding the paper down because I don't want it to scoot. And we're going to slice that. This we don't need. You can just hang on to that and create a different kind of card where you line all of these up and they kind of they splay out. It's awesome. Maybe I'll make one of those. So we've got that cut. We're going to, okay, so that was DSP number 1. And this is DSP number 1 as well. So the same color. I'm going to grab that corner and the opposite corner in the track. So I'm going to the left side, and I want that. I'm getting up on my tippy toes here. I want to make sure that I'm in there. Now, because I've got two little corners here, I want to make sure that my, that my blade is in the middle, okay? Because I don't want to crunch that corner and I don't want to crunch that corner. So let's just move our blade to the middle, hold down that design paper so it doesn't scoot anywhere, and I moved, and I moved. Hold that down. And we are good. And I scooted I keep moving. Why am I doing this? Girls, you're making me nervous. Okay. Top left corner, bottom right corner. Let's hold down here. Maybe that's, there we go. Now my blade is in the center, so I'm just going to go straight up and come straight down. Okay? And so we're going to keep this piece. Here's another piece of scrap. Okay? We're going to grab DSP number 2, and we're going to do the same thing. This top corner on the left-hand side and this corner on the right-hand side, I'm just lining up the tips so that they're right in the track. Let's hold that down. Let's bring our blade to the middle, close that down, and then I'm going to go straight up and come straight down, okay? And we're going to keep this piece. Here's another piece of scrap, or you could use it for another card, okay? We're going to grab a piece of cardstock, top left corner, bottom right corner, little tips in the track. I forgot to bring my blade up, so we're going to open that up again, bring the blade to the middle. I don't want to smush my corners. Up and then straight down. And we're going to keep this one. And this is also scrap, but if I turned it the other way, it's exactly the same size. So if I wanted to make, sorry, I was so intent here, I wasn't reading anything. And now I forget where I was going. Yeah, if I wanted to make a second card, then I could. And yes, scary people, aren't we? Okay, we are actually done with this. Okay, so let's just tuck that away and let's just build our card. It's that simple. So everything just kind of tells you where it wants to go. Okay, so we're just going to match up the shapes. So this is our card front. Let's erase that pencil mark. Sorry for the jiggle of the table. And I don't see another pencil mark. So, oh, right here on my design paper. Just get that off. So that's going to go down here. This piece lines up here. And this piece lines up there. So pretty simple, pretty simple. Okay, let's get those down. I can't wait for you to see that little tote bag that I did. So fun. As soon as I saw that in the new catalog, I'm like, yep, I need that. I just love little purses and little things like that. So let's put this down on our card base. Let's put this one together and get that one ready. Okay, so that I'm putting adhesive. This is the Lily Pond Lane 6x6 design paper, and it is on Last Chance. Heather, I know, they're so fun. They are so fun. And I mean, if you have just a little scrap. Well, I guess it doesn't, it can't be too little, but if you do have scrap of DSP that you just want to kind of say goodbye to, what a great card for doing that. So when you are cutting your design paper, whatever design it is that you want, at the top, facing the top of your card is how you cut it. Okay, so I wanted this to be at the top, so I cut from here to here with this facing me. I wanted this to be my top, so I cut here and here with that facing me, if that makes any sense. So let's flip that over and let's put that down on here. Thank you for sharing, ladies, because somebody is going to win this card. And actually, you have 3 cards to choose from because I made 3. Wah, just so that, ouch, that wasn't good. Yeah, I made 3 because I wanted you girls to have a choice of what you wanted. Let's get that glue off of there. Okay, so these pieces are together and they're going to kind of go like that. But let's work on the inside of our card base. So here it is. This is just a standard little inside, and I believe it measures 4 by 5 1/4. I want flowers on that. So I've got the mixed labels. What else did I pull out? Actually, these would be really cute because they almost look like the same flower. I know they're not, but let's do Lifetime of Love. Lifetime of Love, and I think I want this one right here. And I'm going to stamp that down here. I want to keep the top portion of that cardstock clear. So let's grab a block, and we're going to grab our pretty peacock, because I want to stay in the same. Oh, mind you, we could use to pull that pink in. Is that fresh freesia? What are the pinks in here? We have balmy blue, granny apple green, gray granite, peach pie, pretty in pink. Let's do pretty in pink. I kind of thought that's what it was. Pretty in pink. This is our 2004, 2005 in color. I will be extremely sad when this goes away because Pretty in Pink is one of my favorite pinks. So let's just put that flower right down there, like so. And we could put a sentiment in the middle, but I want to leave it blank so that if this is the card that you choose when you win, you can put your own sentiment in. Okay, so let's just get some adhesive along the edge of that. So Heather, did you make just one, or did you kind of go on a roll? Because I found for myself, it was so hard to stop because I just had so much fun making these. Our card is just about done, girls. So now what we want to do is we're going to take the bigger kind of offset triangle. I don't know, just one. Oh, they're so fun. We're going to take these 2 corners and we're going to line them up on either side of our card base. And this tip is going to go down at the bottom. So if I line this up right here, and I see that my tip is in the corner, I'm going to just kind of hold that down for just a bit, make sure it doesn't move, because I want to just put a light pencil mark, and I'm going to erase that. I'm going to put dimensionals kind of close to the edge, but not too close, because I want to make sure that I'm not hanging over. Okay, so I'm going to cut this. Heather, do you remember what design paper you used? I want a straight edge. A straight edge for my, ouch, my rulers are falling. So here's my, I want to see if you can see this. Not really, kind of. Well, you can sort of see right here where my pencil mark is. And there's my dimensional. And I just want to kind of get that edge. Okay, so now let's erase that pencil mark. Okay, there we go. And now let's put dimensionals on the rest of these. I saw this, that one's not cut. I saw this card on Iced Images, and she's from the UK. And so all of her sizes are like UK sizes. And I'm going to cut just this little one. I want to kind of get close to the tip. Yeah, so I just did some doctoring of that. Okay, I think I want one right there. I obviously don't want this thing to go anywhere. Let's put that down on our card. You girls are going to love creating this card. It is so fun. So fun. And if you are interested in this card, I can send you a kit if you want. So I have no adhesive on the top portion of this, so I am going to kind of line up the top first as well, I guess I'm not. It's not letting me. Okay, I'm good. So these two tips are following the edge of my card base. And now this one here, a lot of people, because I noticed that there are several people using this fantastic card layout. I can't talk. Catch your breath, Denise. They're putting dimensionals back here. I like it just flat. Now, same thing. These corners are going to follow the edge of our card base. So I don't want any glue up there, okay? So I'm just kind of like a finger length. So I don't need to worry too much about making a pencil mark. So on purpose, I'm going to just stay away from that edge. But I want to bring it down to the bottom as much as I can. Okay, so there we go. So same thing, I'm going to line this point up kind of in the middle of this. Okay, so there is your fan card. Isn't that fun? Like, it's so fun. Okay, let's get a sentiment in there. And I had pre-cut from, this is from the new catalog. This is called Sentimental Frame Dies, and I absolutely love them. Now, it's a full die, so I cut the die out first so that I could line up my sentiment on there. And I loved in the mixed labels, I love your kindness made my day. So let's grab that. Where is it? Yeah, this is the one. I haven't used it yet. Let me double check. Your kindness made my day. Now, because I'm not going to see exactly where I come down here, I'm going to use my Stamparatus. Now, if you have a positioning tool, whether it's a Stamparatus or a Misty, I'm not going to get rid of my Stamparatus. What I like to do is, and you know what, this is red rubber, so I don't need that. I like to lay down my sentiment frame first, and I kind of eyeball where I believe this is going to be straight and centered. And this is just a little trick that I do, and my girls that come to my classes, they know exactly what I'm going to do. So if you have a Darlene, aren't they so fun? If you have a Misty or a Stamparatus or any kind of positioning tool, just take a window sheet. I'm going to stamp that in Pretty Peacock because I want that nice deep color. Do I have? Yeah, I've got it out already. So I've got my window sheet down. I'm right in the corner, so I know that I'm going to be true to my square line. Let's ink that up. And we're going to come down onto our window sheet. And now this window sheet shows me exactly how I am placed. And you know what? I'm pretty straight. So now I just take my window sheet and I clean that off and I tuck it away for when I need to do it again. So that's my little window sheet hack. So let's ink this up again. Darlene, what design paper did you use? Oh, you have to make one of these. Darlene, I read it and I thought you said you made one of these. Yes, you have to make one of these. You do. And if you want, I do have a kit cut. And when this presentation is done, I will show you what the girls for Card and Devotion are making. So if you're interested, I could just pass the kit on to you. For the kit fee, let's clean that. So that sentiment is from Mixed Labels. Okay. So here we go. We're going to put dimensionals behind here. Now remember that this part here already has dimensionals under there. So this side of my sentiment is going to be a flat blue. This side of my sentiment is going to have sentiments or dimensionals on it. Okay. Let's get all of this out of my way. Okay. So this is the side that needs dimensionals, and I don't want to go too close to the edge because it's going to overhang just a smidge. And so let's remove these four. And any design paper works. Cheryl, you're going to love this card. I can't wait to show you the DSP that we're using. We're just about there. So I've got glue on this side. I've got dimensionals on that side, okay? Because this, again, is already dimensioned, okay? So let's just put that down like so. And let's get a little bit of greenery in there. So I use Pretty Peacock, and I cut that from Lifetime of Love dies. Okay, so that's where I got that sprig. I am just going to put a little dab of glue on the back and the front. because I'm not sure where this is going to want to grab. And let's just tuck that under. Make sure that that the sprig doesn't come past the edge of your card, because then you're going to have a hard time in the envelope. So there is the card. Let's get some gems on there, which, did I pull some out? Did I? I thought I had. Oh, yes. Here they are. This is the 2024-2026 In Color Shimmer Gems. And you know what? I want to complement those pink flowers. So let's grab some pink gems. We're going to put one there. And let's grab a little guy and put it, yeah, right there. But I need one more. Let's grab a big one and put it right there. So I kind of have my little triangle happening there. So there's my Pretty in Peacock card, okay? So fun. And you know what? It's the paper that did all the work. So yeah, it is stunning, Heather. You're exactly right. But it's the paper that did all the work, which is, whoopsie, sorry, which is really cool. Okay, so this is the Pretty in Peacock and the Lily Pond. Okay, let's move these beautiful names. This one is, let me see, this is Daffodil Delight with Floral Delight. So here it is in a yellow. Okay, same card. Here's the inside. And the third one that I did is Friends of the Ocean. Okay, and this is Melon Mambo. And the inside, I actually put, this is such a fun set. I don't know if I'm going to find it really quick, but it comes with a, shoot, where is it? It's a bundle. It comes with a die, an embossing folder, and sailboats. It is absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so this is the Friends of the Ocean. Okay, so why don't we do the draw now, and then I will work on my second project, which I'm super excited to show you. You know what? I'm going to wait in case somebody else comes on and shares. Okay, so Pretty Peacock, Daffodil Delight, and Melon Mambo. So the winner gets to choose which card they want. Happy Retirement on this one, and I used Wink of Stella on my little sea elements here. Okay, and because of the shells, I just thought, what a great retirement card. So I'm going to bring these back out in a minute, but let's move on to, oh, and you know what? My card class. So Cheryl, this is the card that you're going to be creating. And Darlene, if you're interested, I could sell you a kit for this. So this is, I didn't write it down, but I've got, yeah, this is what we're creating for our May 5th class. So on Monday, I will see you. Let's make a tote. Let's make a tote. We're going to need our silicone mat, and this is, did I leave it all out? There's the stamp set, Sunrise Sailing, that goes, that I did on the inside of that retirement card. But I am looking for my dies. There it is right there. So this is the Notes and Totes dies, okay? So to create this tote, I cut 2 of these. So this is Unbounded Love DSP. So there's 1 and there's 2. Okay. And then I cut 2 of these. You're gonna see what that represents. But I did my packing tape trick. Okay. So I cut 2 of those, which gives me 2 of those and actually 4 of these, and these are covered with packing tape, and then I die cut them. Let's get that little guy out of the way. So where did it go? So there's my 4 of those. Then I grabbed this handle, and this here, let's get that off. This here is another handle, but I wanted that handle, and I cut 2 of those, and that is also covered in packing tape. Can you see how this corner here is all super shiny? That's the little packing tape trick that I do all the time, which is on a previous video. And this here is the pocket, and I don't know if you can see. Yeah, see all the stitching, which is really, so there is my pocket. Okay, and this color is, did I write it down? Let me cheat. Do I know what color that is? That color is Melon Mambo. I believe it's Melon Mambo. Okay, so here's the dies that I used. 1 of these, 2 of those, 2 of these, and come on, 2 of these. Okay, and so with this set, you can build a fence. Oh, and you know what? I also use these. These are sunglasses. Here's what I used on that retirement card. I used this shell and that shell. This is a kerchief that you would hang on the edge of the handle if that's what you wanted to do. There's also like a water bottle. Just a really, really fun die set. And yikes. So there's the card base, or the tote base, and all the fun things, and the eyeglasses, which I will show you in a minute. Okay, let's get this together. This is how I did this. And it's just not going to be as fast as when I did my little short. So on here, and I don't think it's going to, maybe on this side, does it come through? Can you see the score marks? There's a score mark here. There's a score mark there. So the first thing that I like to do is I like to find all my score marks. And this one carries on right down there. And then this little tab, actually, there are score marks that come in right there. There's another one here, here, and here. Okay, so let's do that again. Let's find all of our score marks. And sometimes you can see them more on one side than the other. So it really doesn't matter which way you kind of burnish those lines. Okay, so here's my tote, pretty much ready to go. Now I want to stick these 2 together, but I don't need both of them to have this little tab. Okay. Oh, I know. Well, and you know what? When my hair is straight, you can see how long it's actually getting. I'm going to flip it over because I can see the score mark a little bit better on this side. So I'm just going to trim that off, and I'm going to trim it off on this side here as well. And now let's start building our tote. These are just scrap. They're too small for anything. I am going to put adhesive. See this little tab part here that folds up? I'm going to avoid that. I just want adhesive right there. And let's just get my adhesive in my little stand. Cheryl, thank you for my adhesive stand. So I'm avoiding that little corner. So I'm going to fold this up. Okay, that's that little tab on the opposite side, because I want to make sure that I'm lined up straight here and then straight down also on the bottom. Now, if I flip this over, I can see on this side if I'm square, okay? And my liquid glue gives me that little bit of wiggle room, okay? So now before we put the bag together, let's decorate it, okay? Oh, Cheryl, I think, yeah, I've got your name down. I've got Donna, Cheryl, Dar, Kathy, Deb, and Wendy. I don't know who's all here with me because you girls are extremely quiet. So here's the edge of my tote. I'm going to fold those in, okay? Let's grab, and so here's my shiny side. So that, I don't know, yeah, it does come through. That's the packing tape, okay? So let's grab all 4 of those, okay? And I'm going to grab, I'm going to tuck that glue away for now because I want to grab my little precision thing. And let's just clean that off before I stick something in it. I just filled this little tub, so okay, let's drag that across. Let's just do 2 at a time. Grab your little precision tweezers because it really helps. Pick that up. So with those flaps folded under, because it gives you your line where you want to go. Come on, baby. Okay, so there on that side. And then that is folded over on this side. Bring it down from the top. I'm just lining it up with the edge of my tote. Okay, so I'm going to take these flaps and I'm going to fold them in as well because I want a straight line, but it wouldn't let me. I love those little totes. They are so cute. Yeah, the tote is not part of the class, Gail. This is just part of my live. Yeah, I'm not doing the tote for the class. I am doing this card for the May 5th class. Yikes. And that other fun fold for the May 6th class, Gail, which is the one that you signed up for. You signed up for May 5th or May 6th. You can come to both, but you'll just have to let me know. Okay, so now with these little flaps closed, just so that I've got kind of my placement lines. And all of these little pieces that I'm working on now have been covered with packing tape, okay? So let's put that down on that side. Gail, were you here at the beginning when I showed you what you're actually creating for the May 6th class? It's a stunning fun fold. Okay, let's grab these 2 pieces, okay, and they've been covered with packing tape as well. We're going to flip those over and we're going to put adhesive down. Whoa, don't squish so hard, Denise. I haven't pulled this little precision one out for a while, so I'm forgetting how sensitive they are. I'm going to put that down right away. So now I've opened up my flaps, okay? So when I put these strips down, I closed my flaps, but now I'm going to open them because this, and if I actually do this, this is going to show me exactly where that gets placed, okay? So I'm going along the bottom edge, okay, like so, and let's do the same thing on this side. My flaps are open. Make sure that that didn't move, and it didn't. let's put some adhesive down there. Wendy, that's so nice. So now we've got that flat edge here. And I'm just lining it up with the tote, okay? So this side went down first, so it's probably a little bit more adhered. So this straight line here also needs to continue on that side. So I like to fold this bottom band in on both sides. So I just follow that line. Okay. Now, if those little areas stick up, I'll show you in a minute. I put more adhesive down. So if I fold this down, it shows me where I fold down here across that, as well as this side, like so. Okay. And now these little tabby things, you want to make sure that they are inside on both sides, okay, because that's going to be the inside of your tote, okay? But I want to put, let's put our pocket down. And I want to make this a true pocket. Hi, Judy. I haven't seen you here for a while. How are you doing? I know you've had quite the adventure, my dear. How are you doing? So because I applied my adhesive just like that, I have actually created a true pocket. So I think doing that is kind of all along the lines of I'm also an album maker. So everything is about pockets and tucks and flips and flaps, right? So let's put this down on one side, and I'm going to go fairly close to the bottom because I need room for my handle. Okay, so that's down. So remember how we cut this little band on this side? We're going to put adhesive on this side of the band, of that skinny little band. Okay, so let's just do that. Pockets, tucks, flips, flaps are so much fun. Okay, let's tuck this little guy in so that I can bring this tote together like so. And I'm just going to use my fingers to run that down to make sure that we are down. Okay, we're going to put adhesive on this little flap, and we're going to do the same thing. This little guy here is already tucked in. You want to make sure that he's tucked in and not sticking out. And let's just line that up. I put a little too much glue there, shucks. Let's just flip that over. And there's my excess glue that came out. Clean that up. Okay, so our tote is starting to take shape. And now, and again, these handles have been covered with packing tape, right? And then I die cut. I do that often. I just love that look. Let's put just on the bottom portion of our handle, just a dot. Okay, like so. And we're going to close that little glue thing. We're going to line that up. There's the handle. Now if I flip it over and press it down on this way, I love this little bundle. I knew I had to have it. I'm a sucker for little bags and boxes and anything 3D, right? So there's my little tote, and you could fill that up with whatever you wanted, but we're not done. But wait, there's more. I cut out a whole whack of from Tags to Go dies, and we're going to use this little one, okay? But I cut a bunch of them, okay, along with the lock, just thinking ahead of working on my albums, okay? But I want just this little guy, okay? So here are all the other little bits and bobs that I cut out from. I also even have a heart in there. And there's a lock, and there's keys. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. And I also, as you can tell with all that stuff on the back side, that I used my adhesive sheet, okay? So we're going to need a key. We are also going to need a pair of sunglasses. So this is the holographic silver foil paper, okay? And I've got an adhesive sheet behind it. Wow, my brain just shut right off. And this came from the Tags note, the, what is it called again? That was a whole hot minute ago. Notes and Totes. And here's the sunglasses, okay? So I also covered my black with packing tape because I wanted to make them look like sunglasses, okay? So let's start with this. So I've got adhesive sheet back there. Let's remove the backing. So there it is, like so. And we're going to place those down to make our sunglasses, okay? Now, I don't need this little leg hanging out. You can leave it, it doesn't matter, but I'm going to just snip it off because it's like a clip-on, right? This other side, I'm not worried about it. That's where my little pocket is going to come in to play, okay? So I don't have adhesive on the back of the black, but this is why I made this into a pocket, because I wanted to tuck the sunglasses into it, okay? So let's just put a little dot right on that side, right there. Whoopsie, trying to get that covered right away. And let's get that tucked in right away. So there's our sunglasses in our little tote, okay? I know, it's so sweet. And you know what, Deb, when I was creating this tote with the sunglasses, I thought of your album that you created right away. This is the silver cording trim. I don't know if we still sell this or not. I'm going to take about, I don't know, what is this? I'm going to take about 4 inches, and let's just cut that. Let's string our key in there. And let's tie a knot. I'm just going to tie a knot, nothing fancy. This cording is fairly thick, so it doesn't it doesn't tie bows very well. You know what I'm going to do? I don't want this loop to be too small. No, I want it a little thicker than that. Let's take a pen and let's just slip a pen in there. There we go. Just so that I've got kind of like a little bit of help. And let's make a knot. There we go. And now on this key, I actually have adhesive sheet. So let's remove that if I can. And I put adhesive sheets on here right away because of the fact that it's foil paper and it just makes a hot mess if you get foil paper or if you get glue on foil paper. So let's bring, come on little key, work with me here. Let's bring this little key down and let's just hang it right like so. And then what I can do is if I feel that my tails are a little too long, I can just cut them off. So there is our little tote. Is that not so cute? Oh, Heather, bye. Sorry that I missed your... Heather, thank you so much for hanging out. I hope you're still here. So there's our little tote. That's trash. That was the back of the key. Okay? And Heather, did you share? Did anybody notice if Heather shared? Let me go back because I need to add her name if she did share. I don't think you did, Heather. I hope I'm not missing you. Stunning. I don't think she did. So I'm just going back. Yeah, no, she did not. So I just, sorry about that. I just did not want to miss Heather in case she had shared. So yeah, there is a little tote. And I mean, I guess I could make this into a class if there was if there was a want for it, and I could even do it as a little class to go. So if it is something that would interest you, let me know and you can get a hold of me. So hold that thought, Dar. Thank you. There's how you get a hold of me. So Darlene, you said that Gail shared because I never noticed that. So sorry about that, Gail. So I will add your name and Gail and Judy. Judy. Sorry, Judy, I missed you too. And you know what? I missed your comment when I said, how are you doing? What did you say? You're slowly getting better. That's so good. I'm so thankful to hear that. Judy, I will be praying for you, okay? So here's the little tote. If there is interest in this class, you know what? Just drop me a line right down there. There's my email address, and I can put together little kits, and we could do a little virtual tote class, okay? So the cards that are up for would love the tote as a take and go package. Debbie, I think I will do that. Somehow I have a feeling that there will be an interest in that. So here are the 3 cards that are up for grabs for those that shared. If I miss your name, there's the little tote. I can't get it all in here. Darlene would love that too. Okay, let's get this out of the way. I'm just trying to make a nice little presentation here. We're going to overflap a little. Is that a word? There we go. And there's our little tote bag. Okay, so but you will, oh, Connie, well, welcome here. I hope you're doing good. So, you know what? I've got 2 people interested in a make and take tote class. So I will offer that. Let me get that together and I will throw that into my newsletter so that other people can sign up if they decide they want to. So you're assuming the little bunny dropped the new catalog. Yes, there was a little bunny. You know what? I was driving down your street and I saw this little bunny. So, Kathy, thank you for sharing. I don't think you made it. You're at work. Wendy, I think you are still here. Thank you for sharing. Debbie, thank you for sharing. Yeah, that little bunny, hey? Cheryl, my dear, I have a package for you. Feel so bad that I forgot it the other day. Dar, thank you for sharing. Donna is not here, but thank you for sharing ahead of time. Gail, I think you're still here. Thank you for sharing. And Judy, I think you're still here, and thank you for sharing. Let's see who wins the card. So you can already start deciding which one you want. So we've got Pretty Peacock, Daffodil Delight, and Melon Mambo. Okay. Yeah, Deb, I wasn't sure if you were home, and I had several errands to run, plus picking up my grandkids. So it was kind of like my time constraints were pretty precise. Okay. Okay, let me see. And the winner of today's card is, let me just grab one name, and I have one name. Today's winner is Donna. So Donna, I do not believe you are here, but I will get a hold of you and I will find out which card you are wanting. Okay. So again, this is my March 5th card class. If anybody is interested, I do have room. It's a simple card, and then I read a little bit of scripture, and then I pray over you, and then everybody goes to their humble little homes. Excuse me. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. If you have not subscribed to my channel, I would be honored if you did. It really helps me out a lot, and it helps me to be able to be encouraged to keep doing these lives, because sometimes I'm thinking, you know what? Maybe there's no interest, but maybe there is. Anyway, thank you for joining me. Have a blessed rest of your day. I will see you back. So stay posted. I will see you back either tonight or maybe tomorrow morning to add a few more pictures into the album. Okay. I'm just not 100% sure how my evening is going to unfold, but stay posted. I will let you know as soon as possible. Okay. We'll talk to you later. Bye, and have a lovely, lovely, blessed evening. Talk to you later.